What's up? What's up? Rick Paulton, Ryan Inman. Whole Damn Enchilada Podcast. What's up, Zach? How you doing, brother?
The whole gosh darn Mexican entree podcast thing.
Tiki in the house. Josh Stout. Is that how you say that? Stout.
Stout?
Ethan from the Bloody Essentials podcast.
Ethan from
Busy Show. Yep.
Ethan from there.
Yeah, somebody stole mine, I think. I got one somewhere.
I have my kombucha in it.
I like to, when I think about it, I like to put my Pepsi in it so that way when I raise it up, people can see it. But most of the time I don't think about it because I'm scatterbrained. But now, even if I wanted to do it, I can't do it because somebody fucking stole my shit.
I usually have my non-alcoholic beers in there, but today I have my kombucha in there, and it's like almost way too big for it, but it still fits.
I've never had the kombucha.
Probiotics, man. It's good for you.
Good for you. Hey, what's up, Gina? How you doing? Busy show tonight. We got all kinds of shit to talk about. We might have guests. We might not have guests. I sent the invites out to a couple people. They might drop in. Ethan says he'll give me another. Awesome. That's great.
They might drop in.
Yeah, I don't get the drop in.
The movie.
Oh, the movie. Yeah, no, we don't got
Next
guests
week.
From that movie, though. It'd be cool if we did, but we don't.
We'll be seeing it sometime next week.
Yeah, Tuesday. We're going to go to a screening of it.
Yeah.
Drop. You guys look on the page and secure yourself a couple passes. I shared it on there from the Cleveland Horror Club. So
but not too many of you because I haven't got mine yet.
Yeah, not too many. Oh, man. So tonight we're going to do a giveaway. I've been trying to give away something for like ever and like never works out. So we're going to give away something during the course of the night somehow, some way. We'll figure that out then. Cross that bridge when we get to it. We're going to review a couple movies. We're going to discuss a couple conventions, either upcoming or past. And
past, future, and sort of present.
Past, future, and present, yeah. Tiki says, I have some NA beers for you at Erie, Ryan. I need them out of my fridge. He will help you out with that.
I will drink those.
That's
perfect. I'll be at Sweet Tooth's table all week.
Yeah, so, that's going to be fun. We're working a convention.
So I will be eating jelly beans and eating ice cream and all that fun stuff like I like to do anyway.
Right on. I will be doing something to that effect at that convention. Erie Culture Con. Get your tickets now. It is what days is it? April 24th through the 27th?
I think it's the 25th through 27th.
Sounds about right. Yeah, I'm off the 24th because I might be doing airport runs for Zach.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
If you need some help with that, I can do it too.
Yeah, there you go. Yep. Definitely.
I got one of those automobiles. Now.
Automobiles and a driver's license. We're gotta take the glasses off because they get glare on them and I can't see shit. But they can't see shit without them too. You know, so I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. You know, seems to be better without them though.
We both have roomy cars too that are comfortable for 4 adults or more to drive in.
Yeah. Alrighty then. So we'll start with the conventions. So went up to Creature Feature Weekend in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. One of the coolest conventions I ever been to, and not that my convention going has been very vast, but yeah, it was really cool, man. Our hotel was right across the street from the cemetery for where the Gettysburg Cemetery is, and the battlefields are right there. We did a ghost tour that night. They had an awesome brewery there, Appalachian Brewery. I walk into this place, and they had about 500 cars in their parking lot, people waiting outside the place to get in. I go to, put my name down. They said it's going to take 20 minutes to get my table. And I'm like, yeah, fucking right. But I got nothing else to do, so I signed up anyway. Sure enough, man, by the time I got to the bar to get a beer while I was waiting, which was 20 minutes, I got a table. And then you figure, well, they're going to take forever to take our order, forever to bring our order. Our shit's going to be messed up. They're so busy. Man, the staff at this place was on point. Food was amazing. Drinks were great. Everything came in a timely fashion. Life was good. It was like, again, right down the street. Like, because they have like this real little town square where there's like a little bit of everything going on. So you could walk to everything. Really cool. Really good service. Good beers. Life was good. I really liked it. Say the whole Gettysburg Address, or you're a poser, Rick.
Four score
the
and
whole
7
Gettysburg Address.
years ago. Never mind.
You know what? You probably do, because you got that sick I remember everything going on.
I probably could get.
I can get to that part where you were at. I can't go no further.
I could probably do the whole thing, maybe 80-85% accuracy. Definitely not 100%. It's been many years. If this was 20 years ago, 25 years ago, I could definitely recite the whole thing.
Right on.
Not anymore.
So at the Gettysburg, let's see, the Creature Feature Weekend, ran into our buddy Bobby Heckman and former guest of the show. Oh my God, what's James Taffarelli? James Taffarelli. And they're going to come on again soon. They're starting shooting Victim No More 2 right now. I got Taffarelli to sign Jason Funko to add to my collection of people that have played Jason on screen Funkos. And I had a blank one laying around because I went to a haunted house and they had the new they don't do them the same way now. It's still technically the same Funko, but it's like a very light blue. His skin is real weird. So I grabbed it because I thought it was like a variant or something, but it's not. It's just the color's different. It's still worth the same. But since I had that blank, I had him sign it, and that was cool. And I went there. The main reason I went there was to see the worm-eyed zombie from Zombie. Let's see if we got. Let's see. He was there doing in-costume photo ops. There was his costume. And I am getting one of those made for me because, of course, I am. And that will move into the rotation for the guy behind us. I got to make him some new arms, though, because he can't have the knife in his hand. But I know how to – I think I got an idea how to do that. I think I can make that work. There's my – I was going to show it. I got it right here, the painting, but this is better. That's me, Ricky, and Ottaviano Dell'Acqua.
Yeah, that guy.
That guy. He was awesome. I got him to do an ID for Death Curse Society, all in Italian, because, right, you got to do it in Italian, right? Yes. And then they subtitled it and shit. It was really cool. I had our buddy who did the painting, Angelo Mariano, send me a voice message in Italian explaining to him what I wanted. And according to Angelo, he speaks good English. I'm here to tell you he does not. He does not. To somebody that kind of is bilingual like Angelo, maybe he thinks that's good English. I promise you, it is not. But he was a great guy. He was so awesome. He did the ID, no problem. He did it more than once because he couldn't say Death Curse Society because, again, no English. But we actually got him to do it. And he ended up the way he nailed it was he wrote it down. And the way he thought it should be said, like not spelling it accurately. So, but it worked. It was all good. He was really cool. And then ran into also former guests of the show.
Yes.
Marcy King and Bob Kurtzman, who Ricky took his Jason head, which is in the picture there that James Shaver made for him, who was also a guest of the show as well. And yeah, he was really cool, man. He didn't charge me to sign for Ricky. He wouldn't do it. So we ended up buying a movie from him because I wanted to support him some way. But he the Bye-Bye Man. You ever heard of this?
No.
Me neither. But Ricky, it looked interesting to Ricky, and it's probably, I don't know. We'll see. But he did sign that for us, and that was cool. Met, let's see, who did we meet? Sean King, the director of Scream Walkers, the shirt I'm wearing here. And I got a DVD or Blu-ray of that. Gonna check that out. He's friends with Bob Heckman. They worked on some stuff together. I did start to watch that movie, and you guys could watch it if you want to on Fawsome. Let's see if we can go back to these comments. Oh wow, we got like 20 comments since I was here last. All right, no, actually, no, we don't. We have 3. But hi Beth and hi Rebecca. And since we have enough people here, we are going to give away something signed by A. Jason Voorhees. I'm not sure what yet, but we'll get to that. It might be something. It'll probably be something signed by Kane Hodder. Yeah, because I have like 5 of those things. So
I got a couple of things too.
Yeah. So, back to the con. So we did that. We had some pretty good food trucks. Got everything we needed. I walked up to this one vendor, and I was going to buy the Tots zombie mask. And as I'm walking up, Ottaviano walks up and he buys it. And the guy has him sign one of his other ones, which ended up being his last zombie mask. Because, of course, he's going to take care of him before me. And he was like, yeah, dude, I got one more, but he just signed it and I want to keep that one. And I'm like, all right, right on, dude. But so that was cool, though. No, the guy was just really cool. He was walking around talking to everybody, again, buying stuff from the vendors. Marcy Darcy was there. She was next to him. She was sweet.
Amanda Bars?
Yeah. Yeah, she was there. They had a lot of good guests. I mean, I didn't have a ton of cash, so my main goal was to get Kurtzman just because he's been on the show and I wanted to meet him in person.
Amanda Bars has done some horror movies too, but if I met her, I'd have her sign a Married with Children.
Right. I mean, Fright Night's cool, but it's not as cool as Married with Children.
No, she actually even in the later seasons actually directed some of those too.
Yeah, I know. All right. So that was Erie. Oh, no, that wasn't Erie Culture Fest. That was Creature Feature Weekend. And you got to get up there, man. It's a good time, man. Maybe next year you can roll with me. I will be going back next year. The wife and the kids, they had a great time. They didn't go. Ricky went to the con, but the girls didn't.
Is there any significance to it being in Gettysburg?
No idea. They didn't. I didn't see any tie-ins with it. What they did have though is right next to the hotel is like the only theater in Gettysburg. Well, actually, there was one that was like walking distance from my house, my hotel, that plays like one movie, and that's it. But their only real theater was there, and they do the screenings at this theater. So when you go to see these screenings, like when we go to Wasteland tomorrow, they're going to be screening them like we did at Ohio Terracon in those rooms, which is fine. But in an actual theater, much cooler.
Yeah.
So that was definitely awesome, and I think you'll have a real good time there. It was really cool. A lot of cool stuff. Walking distance. The ghost tours were fun. Hotel was $90.
Wow. On
a convention weekend, and a nice, clean hotel. I mean, they didn't have swimming pools and stuff. They had breakfast, and everything, and we weren't looking for that anyway. So really good time. I think you dig it.
Well, I'm a coffee and pastry guy, so I'm all about that continental breakfast.
They got that. Yeah, they had that. They had hot food too. They had eggs, they had omelets, waffles, a waffle machine.
Just coffee and Danish or pastry or donut or something. I'm good.
Yeah, they had a weird little coffee machine with push buttons and it brews it right there. And yeah, so I maybe there was like 3 kinds of coffee, espresso, this, that, and the other thing. Maybe it's good, maybe it's not. I don't drink coffee.
I've actually been on an espresso kick lately.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, I've never had it. I don't like coffee, so
yeah,
I like coffee flavored things. I like tiramisu. I like coffee flavored ice cream. Yeah. I like coffee flavored candy. The wife sometimes she gets the coffee beans covered in chocolate.
Yeah, those are great.
Smash them.
Yeah,
I don't like coffee. The whole damn Continental Breakfast podcast.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm all about that.
Yeah, we're getting it. So
real quick, when I used to live in Lakewood, when I had my house there for a million years, I love to go vote every year, even in the non-presidential years. I'd go vote because it was the big, giant elementary school that was practically in my backyard, and I'd go really early because I used to stay up all night back then. So I'd go at 6 a.m. right when the doors open, or when the polls open, and they always had a whole spread, man, with fresh pastries, coffee, all that. So I'd be like, yeah, I'm doing my civic duty, but I'm really there to steal 6 donuts and 2 cups of coffee.
Hell yeah.
I'd be shoving a donut in my face while I'm in line, and then I'd pull and do my voting, and I'd walk out, and I'd be filling my pockets with every little pastry I could find, which was a million, because they had a huge banquet table full of them in the lobby every year.
So I made 3 trips to the movies this week. 3 trips, going on a fourth. So really, man, Death of a Unicorn, and we'll get more into it in just a second because we're going to do our spoiler-free review of that, 5 to 10 minutes or so here. Death of a Unicorn, A24 movie. I love A24 movies. I was really looking forward to this. Paul Rudd, Jenna Ortega, And then there was also The Woman in the Yard, Blumhouse movie. Wasn't really looking forward to it, but I like Blumhouse movies more than other people. I'm not going to try to convince you that they're great movies, but it's a fun night out. You get a couple little jump scares. Sometimes it's a little creepy. They're okay. Wasn't expecting much out of that one. Was expecting a lot of Death of a Unicorn. And then there was Screamboat, which I was expecting the absolute least out of. I was convinced that I was going to go and it was going to be just horrible. To be honest with you, that's what I thought. And but I figured worst case scenario, I'll get some good Terrifier kills because the Terrifier guys made that too. So we went to see that last night, and I got to tell you, out of the three, Screamboat was the best out of the three. It was not a bad movie by any stretch of the imagination. Now, of course, my expectations were the lowest, so that might make it feel better. Kills, of course, were amazing. David Howard Thornton was amazing as the Mickey Mouse character.
Oh my god! Does he talk?
Of course, he doesn't. and he did a thing before the movie, you know, like how they do with some of their movies, introducing the movie. And I'm thinking, like, this guy speaks well.
Yeah, he does.
Why doesn't he get a role where he actually speaks? Because he could do it.
I have a theory on that, but I'll save it for not on the air.
Okay. I just, you know, like, I mean, maybe he could be an extra in the movie. Like, maybe Art can kill David Howard Thornton or something like that in a later movie. Because, you know, he could, you know, maybe he's got leading man status, but he looks like he'd be good in a movie. And since all con goers know him, you know, all hardcore horror fans, they know what he looks like. I think they get a kick out of it.
Even non-hardcore fans know what he looks like just because he's at every convention ever in the history of the universe the last 3-4 years.
Yeah, no. And always wearing that. Next time I see him, I'm buying him a new shirt. He always has that checkered. You might even be able to see it where's my picture? It's oh, there it is. Right there. And he's got it in there. That's that black and white checkered shirt.
Not showing.
You can't see it, but you know the shirt because you've seen it a million fucking times.
Maybe
like, dude, your movies are grossing hundreds of millions of dollars now. Get a new shirt.
maybe he's like that chick on Seinfeld that Jerry dated that wore the same dress all the time, and he broke into her apartment, and she had like 30 of the same dress in a closet. Maybe he's just got 30 of that shirt in his closet. He just likes it.
Maybe it's just his trademark. But yeah, Screamboat was great, man. I highly encourage people to go see it. Number one, independent horror, supporting independent horror. We need to do that so we can make more movies. Number two, it was not a bad movie. It was a comedy. There was all kinds of cool little Disney Easter eggs to laugh at. The kills were amazing. I think you'll have fun with it. Am I going to tell you it's going to win an Oscar? Fuck no.
My thing is
Criterion isn't calling to do a release of this.
No.
But it's good and it's worth watching.
My thing is this, though. Is it really independent horror if it's the Terrifier people?
Well, yes, because it was it does, you know, it has a lower budget. It's the Fuss on the Lens guys, the guys that did Stream.
What a piece of shit that was. I'm sorry. I'm not holding back anymore.
Right on. Well, I reached out to Michael Levy, the director of that, and I gave him the gimmick to get on the podcast because I told him we're going to be talking about Screamboat. That'd be hilarious. He came on right after that.
I think I'd run him out of here real quick.
No, but I promise. I'm not going to promise that you'll like it because you have a higher standard than most. But most hardcore horror fans that like slasher movies, that want to go to a theater and just be entertained, and I think most of you will like it.
My thing is this, though. People say, "Oh, Ryan, you're too harsh on shit sometimes." Bullshit.
That's what I got you here for.
How many movies did I gush over last year, though?
Oh, it was a great year.
Oh my god! Like I'm still talking about Oddity. You know,
I just had a thought that I wanted to talk to you about before we went on, and I forgot. It's, you know, this is 25% of the year's over. I was gonna do our like quarterly top 5. Maybe we'll do that next week. But anywho, so what the movie that we both seen was Death of a Unicorn. What was your expectations going into this? How did you feel about this movie? How much were you looking forward to it?
I love Paul Rudd. In everything.
Everything
from comedy to drama to everything.
Yeah, it's
great.
great.
I think the dude's hilarious in comedies, and I think he's a really good actor in dramas too. I think he's underrated as a drama actor. He's good in superhero movies. He's good in everything.
Good in everything, yeah.
Yeah. My opinion on Jenna Ortega is pretty well known on here. I'm not a fan. I don't hate her. I just think she is Aubrey Plaza ordered off of Wish.
It's funny. I was listening to a podcast that reviewed this movie, and they said exactly that same thing. They may have said Timu.
I said the same thing last year when we talked about
maybe they heard us. Maybe they heard us say it. And they stole
That's
it.
what I said when we talked about Beetlejuice, and her character on there, remember, was my worst character of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Was Astrid Dietz.
Okay.
And I said it in Death Curse Society's show, and I'll say it again. Jenna Ortega, how can we miss you if you don't go away? She's in every fucking movie, every year. Like, every year. She got another horror thriller coming out in the next month.
Right on.
You know, just do something else. How is this girl only 22 years old and she's been in 47,000 horror movies already? And has her own TV show that's horror adjacent.
Right on. I like her.
How?
I like her. I don't know. I
don't.
Okay.
So I was split on.
How do you feel about A24 movies?
I don't have an opinion. I don't have an opinion one way or the other about them. I've seen some good ones and some bad ones.
All right.
Although
William Gates is in the house. How you doing, brother?
Bill Gates?
Yeah,
man,
Bill Gates.
took some time off from his philanthropy to.
No, the director of the candy store. Hopefully, you guys had a chance to check that out. He just got a new movie, which name escapes me. And William, if you could drop the name of that in the comments there, that'd be awesome. So we could check that one out too. This one's not a horror movie, but hey, watch it anyway. You can't all horror. We can't be all horror.
But no, to me, casting Jenna Ortega in these horror and horror adjacent films, it's hot-shotting, to use a wrestling term.
I agree with that.
You killed the fucking town. However, I think she was a good choice for this role in this movie. That doesn't mean I like this movie, but her in this movie is fine.
We haven't spoke about whether you liked it, didn't like it. I already know because I know you. And
now I didn't. Here's the
question
thing,
is who is the lower grade, but we'll get to that in a couple of minutes.
I have already, bias against her so much, and I've said it a million times. But no, I think she's cast just fine for that for this movie. I think she was okay. Having said that, wow.
So I was really looking forward to this movie. It just looked like something different and cool that I would like. I wasn't sure what to expect. The cast looked good. Yeah, William Poulter's, he was the best part of the movie.
He was great.
He was great. Was it they had the guy Zaz from Gotham.
Mm-hmm.
Don't remember his name, but he was good in it too. He was entertaining. The CGI was god awful.
Yes.
Oh my God. But no, I was really expecting big things out of it, and I left very disappointed. Donald had seen it the day before I did.
Mm-hmm.
And he texted me and said, he walked out. So he's like, I didn't even finish the movie. And I figured he stole the movie. And I was like, oh, so you stole the movie. And I'm jabbing at him because I don't believe in that. I believe in supporting the artist. And he knows that. He was like, no, I went to the theater and I walked out. I've never walked out of a movie. And I was like, what am I getting myself into? Like if he doesn't like, he wants to walk out. And then, so I heard a lot of people complaining about it. And I went to see it anyway. We got to do it. We got to watch them all till we watch them all.
Yep.
And, I was very disappointed, man. Very, very disappointed. Did I hate the movie? No. Do I think some people could enjoy this movie? Yes.
Yeah. And I'll tell you exactly who in a minute.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll let you go ahead. Tell me exactly who.
Well, first I'll tell you who this movie is not made for, and that's 45-year-old males.
Exactly.
Which Rick and I both are. Sorry to dox you. This movie is not made for us. It's not made for people like us. If you're a 17-year-old girl, you're going to like this movie.
Yeah.
I think so.
And that's why I told my daughter. She was just down here before we went on. I said,
"Oh yeah, it's total Michaela.
I really
total
do.
Michaela movie.
Right up your alley." Yeah,
total Michaela movie.
And she said, "I don't want to see a unicorn die."
Ricky would hate. Ricky would hate it.
But he might like it because the kills. He might like
Some
that
of them are cool.
But even the kills were disappointed. How do you rip somebody's whole intestines out? Spoiler. And there's no blood. Most of our audience watched Death Scare Society anyway, so they got all the spoilers anyway. But we're still going to try to keep them to the very minimum. But yeah, no blood. No
I actually missed
intestines out.
I missed DCS this week because I was actually at this movie watching it when they were talking.
Okay.
So, because I couldn't do it till Monday night, it wasn't free on Saturday or Sunday. But I went Monday night, and yeah. Oh, and I went not to the College Theater. I went to the Regal, and I went in and I ordered myself just a single combo. And for a thing of popcorn, a drink, and a Kit Kat, it was $26 fucking.
You said what now?
I went to Regal. I didn't go to the College Theater.
What did you get? I heard.
I got a single combo, just one person. Just a little bucket of popcorn, a drink, and a candy. It was $26 fucking. Wow. $26, and my ticket was $14. I paid $40
for a solo mission. That's crazy.
To go see this movie by myself. Yeah. So, and I don't hold that against the movie. That's just like, holy crap, that's just the time we're living in. No wonder when I go to a lot of movies around here, the theaters are fucking empty. People can't afford to fucking go, but that's for a whole nother show.
Charles Sherrod says, modern horror, gotta love the lack of ideas. This was a fresh idea. We got to give him that now. It was a fresh idea.
The premise was fine. It just, again, it's not. Charles is a older gentleman like us. He's not a spring chicken like us. This movie's not made for us.
Tiki says, "Summers here. Drive-ins are the way for snack." And they are. That's the best part of our drive-in. You get a whole pizza for like pizza price. Fresh pile of shit idea. I guess so. So this film, like Donald, one thing he said was like he was really looking forward to Paul Rudd, and I think he likes Jenna Ortega. I don't remember, but he does like Paul Rudd like we do. And he said it really seemed like those two just phoned it in. He said he expected them to be able to carry the movie whether it was good or not, as I did, as I'm sure you did. And it did seem like they just phoned the movie in. It didn't matter. There was no nothing.
See, I would be inclined to agree with that, but I don't. And here's why. The two of them were the executive producers of this movie. So they had a lot
for some reason.
Well, they had something riding on it, is what I'm saying. They did not phone it in intentionally. Here's the problem. They had no chemistry together.
Could be. Yeah.
That was apparent. And I'm saying that's a Jenna Ortega problem, not a Paul Rudd problem, because Paul Rudd has chemistry with fucking everyone.
Yeah. And William Poulter was really good in it. He was the only bright spot for me. And again,
he was hilarious.
Zaz was cool, but he was a much smaller role.
Yeah.
The family was a little bit fun. The worst parts were Jenna Ortega and Paul Rudd. The worst parts. Why don't you just get into it? Because we got a lot of other stuff to get into. What was your three worst things in this movie?
I didn't make a list formally, but I'll just rattle off some stuff. I think my least favorite thing of all, period, number one least favorite thing is Jenna Ortega.
Same.
Although I think her casting, just the casting choice for this movie was okay. She's just not good. I'm sorry. she's fine as Wednesday Addams, but she just, I don't know, man. She's like, it's weird. She's like part Aubrey Plaza, part because she tries to be weird and awkward, but with her it's forced, whereas Aubrey Plaza is naturally that way.
Yeah.
Watch her on any talk show. She's herself,
Right.
Jenna
I
Ortega,
agree. That's definitely the worst thing.
Yes. Jenna Ortega is turning into the young girl version of Seth Rogen. She plays the same fucking character and everything.
But he's funny in everything he's in.
He is, but he's the same character all the time, which is fine. Which is fine, though. I like that character. I don't like her character. I am awkward, and I am like alternative, but not hipster. Like shut up.
Charles says Jenna Ortega, the princess of looking worried every
yeah. And I'll say it again, Jenna Ortega. How can we miss you if you don't go away? So yeah, she's gonna be my least favorite thing about just about anything she's in.
What's your second least favorite thing?
The ending.
The ending. Okay, we don't want to give it away.
Yeah,
so we'll go with the ending.
A little too sweet for me. A little too convenient.
Yeah.
And we've had a lot of like more realistic endings in horror and horror adjacent things. This is more horror adjacent.
Somebody said a couple people they brought it up on Death Care Society and the other podcast I was listening to that this was like Jurassic Park with unicorns.
I was gonna say this. It's like a teeny bopper movie with a little gore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my second, well, it might be I don't know if it's my second worst thing I hated the most or the worst thing. It's the look of the unicorns themselves. We'll go with that's the second, and just the horrible CGI and lack of blood would be number one.
Yeah, okay. That was my third thing is the CGI, but again, it's hard. It would be hard to do practical effects with unicorns running around 100 miles an hour because they're not real. So I don't know.
Real quick, not to change the subject, but the next Dark Side of the Ring is about Vader, and Charles says, fuck Shawn Michaels.
I agree.
Speaking of which, we are going to start doing some things with the wrestling version of the podcast real soon. We have an interview lined up next week, I think, and look out for that. Follow the wrestling page, follow this page, and we'll share it from that page, and it'll be fun stuff. But I have an interview lined up and all kinds of good fun stuff. And Tiki says, fuck the Hulk Hogan Bubba.
Break his back, make him humble.
Bethany says, wait, unicorns aren't real? I don't know. They might be. I mean, aren't rhinos kind of unicorns? They have horns.
The only real unicorns, and I don't know this from experience, just from several friends of mine, the only real unicorns are the ones in some of those adult lifestyle groups. But, we'll move on.
What? I didn't know you were going there, and I was going to say that as a joke, but you were going there. Wait on. Anywho. Did you like anything about this movie?
And from what I've heard, I'd much rather run into one of those unicorns than one of the ones in the movie. But I did like a couple things in this thing.
What did you like?
I liked three characters actually a lot.
Okay, probably the same three I liked.
Probably obviously the sorry, jelly beans. I'm eating my jelly.
He's got to stick it in your teeth. I can see. Yeah. I can hear it. For those that are paying attention, I put the trivia question for the giveaway in the comments. If you answer said trivia question, you will receive a Kane Hodder autographed item.
What was it? I can't see it.
Okay. Yeah, I put it down there because we were in the middle of talking to something.
I won't say anything.
Put it here. The Kane Hodder giveaway. Which films does he play Jason, Freddy, and Leatherface? And of course, they are not the same film. It's an easy one. Should be.
It's definitely not the same film. Well,
sort of.
Yeah. One of them could be. Anyway, no, the three characters I really liked was a dude who played Hank from the TV show Barry. He's the bald.
Zaz.
Yeah,
Zaz.
that's his name. Yeah,
From Gotham. That's not his name, but that's another character he was.
I loved him in that show Barry with
Josh. You got one. You need two more.
Him, and then what's it? Will Poulter.
Or do you need one more?
Will Poulter, like you said, was hilarious.
Will Poulter was amazing. Yep.
And I did like the one scene too where I don't want to spoil or anything, but where one of them just randomly is served a plate and he's eating a certain thing.
Oh, yeah.
And it's never said what he's eating.
You know what he's eating.
But so does everyone else around the table, and they don't say it either, just the look on their faces when they realize what it is.
Right on.
I love that. There's a little bit of, decent humor parts in it.
But not from the biggest actors in the movie.
No.
It's it's the family that they go to see.
The kid who played Kenny from We're the Millers.
Will Poulter. He's great.
Yeah.
He's in Marvel movies. He's Warlock. Adam Warlock.
Yeah. I haven't really seen him in a lot. I just think of We're the Millers whenever I see him.
Yeah.
Because that was the first thing anybody saw him, man.
Yeah.
And that was actually a big part for that kind of movie. And then his dad too was great. T. Leone was kind of boring, actually.
Still better than the two big name actors.
Yeah, Paul Rudd's role was a little there wasn't enough. I don't think there was enough in that role for him to get much out of it. So
that was your So Josh, you win. Send me your address on DM and I'll get that item out to you. Either at the personal page or personal page is probably easier because I see that more. Okay, yeah. So what would you grade this thing? Or should I go?
I'll go.
All right.
I liked it better than Locked. So I'm gonna go D.
D. I am gonna go with a D plus. D plus. Again, I might even take my daughter back to the movie to see it just because I know how much she's gonna love it.
I think
definitely a little girl movie. They'll like it. I was very disappointed, man. Very disappointed.
I honestly don't even think it's so much a little girl movie. I think it's just a girl movie.
Yeah, but I think like more younger girls.
Yeah, even if 25 though would like.
They might.
Yeah,
they might.
I went to The Watchers last year.
Oh yeah. I loved it.
I went with a 26-year-old girl to that movie. She loved it, and I just thought it was,
I liked it a lot. I liked it a lot more than this.
She was like, "Oh my god, fairies!" And I liked them about the same.
Yeah, no, I liked it a lot more than this.
I probably liked that. I probably liked that one. I think I gave that one a D plus. So I think I'd have to go back and look.
I don't remember. I forget. I forget as soon as we do.
It's been a year,
I forget most of the time as soon as we do these, but I gave it a decent grade though. I don't remember if it was a C plus or a B, but I definitely liked it.
That movie
my daughter loved it. My daughter loved it.
That movie, The Watchers, though, had an epic fucking score though that really kept you in it.
Yeah, there was a lot going for it, where this had not a lot going for it.
No. Yeah.
So then, real quick. So that movie, I don't recommend anybody seeing it unless you have like a daughter you might want to take to a movie to see, or a young woman or whatever. They might enjoy it. Wait to see it in streaming. Don't waste your money. Woman in the Yard, I'll just give my grade, and maybe we'll talk about it later if Ryan gets a chance to see it in the next couple days. I gave that a much better score. I had much lower expectations. I'm going to go with a C plus with that.
Okay.
And Screamboat's a solid B, dude. It's great. It's great. Ryan will not like it, but I think he'll like it better than he likes this movie.
Where can I see Screamboat? Where can I even see Screamboat? I haven't seen it on any of my theaters around here.
It's a limited run. I seen it at Phoenix. I think they might have had it at Cinemarks. Mm-hmm. Just go on your Fandango app and type it in, and you might see it.
I got a Cinemark right down the road. That's my third theater.
Zigzag says, need 2025 to have a banger. It's been mediocre so far. I've seen a couple good ones, but I've yet to, what's the highest grade we've given? A B? I haven't seen any A's yet.
Jenny Penn.
I liked Companion a lot.
Jenny Penn's in the lead for me this year.
Jenny Penn I liked a lot.
Yeah.
There was an Ash. I liked Ash a lot.
I liked Ash too, but Jenny Penn's in the lead so far this year.
I liked Ash better than Jenny Penn. It's not a better movie though, if that makes any sense. It's not a better movie. I can't call it a better movie. The acting, but it's more entertaining and it's more things that I'm into. Jenny Penn was amazing.
I understand what you're saying because Shadow of a Doubt's one of my favorite Alfred Hitchcock movies, and I like it more than Vertigo. But is it a better movie than Vertigo? Absolutely not.
No. And Zig says Jenny Penn and Companion. You didn't see Companion yet, right?
No.
And I had the benefit of seeing Companion without seeing the spoiler-ridden trailer that everybody else got.
I haven't seen it either. Don't tell me.
Oh my god!
When is that going to be available?
I might not like the movie as much.
When is Companion going to be streamable?
Real soon. It's already streaming on the where you buy it on the Gimmick. But while Ziggy's here, I got Ziggy's stuff here. I'll show him.
Oh,
you can't have it yet. You can see it.
Yeah.
got that kind right there for you.
Nice.
Yeah. You got that. And then got him an 8x10 and I put it in a top loader so it stays in good condition. And
nice.
It says Worm-Eyed Zombie Ottaviano dell'Acqua. And I got it in this fancy bag that I'll give to you too. So look at that bag.
Oh, that's a cool bag.
Yeah. The wife found those on Temu or some shit for like nothing. I think they gave them to her or some shit. Got a couple of them. Yeah. So we'll be getting that to you shortly, sir. Sir. We surely will be getting that to you shortly, sir.
Yes, sir. Sure.
Sure, shortly.
When are you going back up to Michigan to meet up?
Well, there's a halfway to Halloween thing, a con that we actually were invited as press, but I haven't heard back from the guy, so I don't know if that's still a thing. That's on May 10th.
May.
And then either the week before or the week after, Screamers is doing a thing with the 20th anniversary of Devil's Rejects, and I want to go there because Bill Moseley's going to be there.
I'll pass on that one.
Yeah. But yeah. Oh, no problem, brother. Anytime. Yeah, Zig said 1,000 thanks because you can't see comments. That's right. All right,
well,
so
I can. I choose not to look at them.
Oh, I didn't know you could see them when you're looking on the iPhone. I thought they were on.
Well, I have my big screen right in front of me. I could have YouTube on or whatever if I wanted.
Oh,
I'm just lazy, and I'm doing this.
Right on.
I'm busy.
And Ethan says Screamers is freaking awesome. It is, man. If you can get down there, I don't know how far it is from Chicago, but they're going to have
about 4 hours.
Four or five of the cast members from Devil's Rejects.
Probably about 4 hours for him.
Yeah, I wouldn't think it would be much more than that. Hey, if you can go, man, we'll go get some Freddy's Pizza. We'll hook up.
How would that be much more for him when Chicago is only 5.5 for us?
I don't know the logistics of, is there a river or a lake in between? Do you got to go around? I don't know.
No.
It's definitely much closer to Chicago than Cleveland is to Chicago.
Yeah. Detroit
is closer to Chicago than, but like I said, I don't know how the roads work.
I think you can handle it in about 4 hours.
Like Milwaukee is like a half hour from my parents' house in Michigan, but you have to go all the way around the lake. It takes like 10 hours. You catch a ferry across, I think it takes like 25 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
He says 4.5 hours. Yeah, man, if you want to come check it out, you can definitely do that. We'll talk and meet for the best pizza you ever ate.
Oh, yeah. See, now, when you go to meet up with him, if we cover that other thing as press or whatever, definitely got to go to Freddy's.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I'll go to Michigan.
But that's a Sunday. That thing is a Sunday. Freddy's is
closed. Well, I'll have to go on fucking Saturday then.
Right on. So what else?
I'll be really early for that con.
What else did we want to cover? So we got the we talked about the 3 movies. Cinema Wasteland, starting tomorrow in Cleveland, Ohio, Strongsville, as a matter of fact. If you're around, going to be there all 3 days. I got the VIP pass. Ryan's going to try to get out there 1 or 2 of the days, maybe. We are. Let's see. Brett Wagner, friend of the show, is going to be there. And
Well,
he's going to take us to tomatoes. And I've seen pictures of tomatoes, and it looks legit, dude. It looks legit. Yeah, so we might have to go up there for that and check out that. It's another pizza place. But yeah, so we got Brett Wagner, Felissa Rose, Michael Berriman is going to be in the house. Linnea Quigley, friend of show Bill Perry is going to be in the house. Stunt guy, and other things. Yeah, what do you say? Not the fridge. It was like another thing, like
the juice box.
Ice,
juice box.
The juice box. Yeah.
Yeah, we met Bill Perry, and he's definitely smaller than the refrigerator Perry.
A lot smaller. Yeah, definitely a good dude though. Ryan just there we go. He's back. So yeah, we're gonna be out there for a weekend for that. This weekend, other related things. Nightmare Cleveland. They have also friends of the show. Look at all these people that have been on our show. We're big time. They're going to be doing the what do they call that warfare deal that they do? Fear warfare.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I got
that. Giant gun gimmick, and you shoot the zombies as you're going through, and it's a ton of fun. I think Saturday is sold out, but there is some tickets available for tomorrow, Friday. If you guys wanted to check that out. Man, I really thought we were going to end up running over tonight with all the stuff we had. Oh, we had those possible guests that didn't show up, so that helped. Helped cut this down. We were out to some guests that were maybe in the middle of traveling and maybe just landing their plane and probably couldn't get on here, and so, but yeah, I think that's all I got, man. Did you have anything you wanted to? Oh no, there's another thing. Video? Where's the video? Something I'm working on with talkin tapes, guys. All right. So that is something we got working on for the Talkin Tapes page. I said fall special in the summer special. And if you've seen the Halloween special that Tiki put together, where he had all different people in the horror community, all different podcasters, we didn't do anything, but he played our intro and stuff on there and shouted us out. And we did the live thing, me and him on this page. We watched the thing live. He put in a couple cartoons and different horror commercials and little bits, and it was like a horror variety show. So he's going to do a similar thing in the I keep saying the fall because of the camping thing makes me think of the fall for some reason instead of summer. But we are going to try to get like a camp movie to watch and different things. But follow the page, follow the Talkin Tapes page, and see what's going on with that. He's going to try to network with a bunch of different people in the horror community. And while you're at the Talking Tapes page, check out the Halloween special so you can get an idea of what it's going to be about. St. John's, Michigan Jason is in the house at the end of the show. He's just late as hell. He doesn't love us anymore. We don't see him in the beginning of the show anymore. He put out a thing, said he was retiring, man.
What?
Yeah, it was an April Fool's joke. He got me, though. He got me. I
didn't
was
see
like,
that.
nah, dude, don't do that. Don't do that. We love you.
You know, a good way to avoid getting tricked on April Fools is do what I did. Just get up early in the morning, go to work all day. Don't come home till bed. Nobody got me with shit.
What day was that? Monday? Was that Monday?
I think it was.
Yeah, I was working all day too. So whenever I would check my phone, I wasn't even realizing it was April Fool's. You know, so I didn't see a lot of the dumb nonsense that was being posted. Like somebody posted, "There's finally putting Michael Myers and Jason Voorhees in a movie." No, they're not.
They had no better than that right away.
Yeah.
The
one thing AI trailers and shit.
The one thing I saw after the fact, and it did fool some people, was the Cedar Point pranked everyone.
Oh, what did they do?
They said they're getting rid of all the games, like on the main midway, and they're putting aquariums in their places. And they had like
I'd be okay with that.
Oh, so would I, because I don't play the games. I ride coasters. I go there to ride the coasters, man. I don't care about none of that other shit. But no, they had like renderings and everything, and people are like, "Oh no."
There's some Monday or Tuesday that's coming up that I'm pretty sure they'll be open for, that I'll be sort of in that area, and I was going to see if you wanted to go over there that day. But once I remember what day that was and why I was going over there, we'll talk about it more.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely want to go, especially on a Monday or Tuesday, so I can get in and out of there. I meet people. And I want to try the drop coaster.
Well, that ain't going to open until like July.
Oh, really? Okay, well.
And yeah, you mean the tilt coaster. You already rode the drop coaster.
Okay.
So, yeah, Siren's Curse ain't going to be ready till June. Siren's Curse won't be ready till June or July.
Right on. Yes.
But day one, when the season begins on May 3rd, Top Thrill 2 will be open.
And Josh, I got that address, and I am going to get that out to you. I ain't gonna lie to you, it'll probably be Monday or Tuesday. It could be tomorrow. Could be as early as tomorrow. Signed, certified Kane Hodder item, so you know it's legit. And it's a JSA certified and all that good shit. So good stuff. So we'll get that out to you. And what else do we want to talk about? Did we do everything? Did we do all the things? We did all the things.
Probably gonna go see a movie tonight after we're done.
Oh, my fourth movie that I'm going to see this week, and I am strongly considering it. And since this show did not take anywhere near as long as I thought it would, I am most likely going to do that. I'm most likely going to do that. And what are we going to see?
Hell of a Summer.
Hell of a Summer. Hell of a Summer. That's from Neon, and Neon has been doing good things, right? Isn't that the studio that's putting that out?
This was shot 2 years ago, but it's just being put out now.
Mm-hmm.
I think because the Finn Wolfhard from Stranger Things is in it, and he actually is a co-director of it, which is I did not know that.
I did not either.
I think he made this like right after they shot the last season of Stranger Things, which has been like 2 or 3 years ago. I think that was the next thing he did. So
Rob says Astronomicon is this Saturday, and yes, it is. Except for I will not be there because I will be at Cinema Wasteland all weekend, man. If Sunday or Friday you're not doing shit, man, take that 2-hour drive. Come down and see us at Cinema Wasteland. And he says May 3rd, can't wait. I'm imagining May 3rd is the day that Cedar Point's opening.
It is, but I'm not going till the 5th. I'm not dealing with that place on opening weekend.
All right. Well,
I'm going on Monday. I'm going on Monday, Cinco de Mayo.
And Ethan says he's heard mixed reviews from people about Hell of a Summer. Hope it's good.
I don't know anyone who's seen it yet.
Yeah, you know what? With the way these reviews are, that like if we say a movie's shit, don't take our word for it. See the movie.
No, you can take my word for
it. Use it as a guide. You know, like with Ryan, I know the type of movies he likes. I know the type of movies he doesn't like. So
yeah, me too.
With the type of movie he likes, and he says he doesn't like it, then it's probably bad.
I like good movies and I don't like bad ones. Those are the kinds of movies I like.
I like some bad movies. I do.
I have.
I'm not Tiki or JP.
No.
Speaking of JP is out on tour right now with A Killer's Confession. They're doing a Mushroom Head set. So if they're coming to your area, I strongly suggest that you see them. The new video is out. It's in case of emergency, and it's amazing. It's a really, really good stuff. And you got Jason Popson, J-Man from Mushroom Head on the track, and they're doing big stuff. And yeah, check them out. I think this tour, like today, they're in Florida or they're in Missouri, one or the other. And if they're not in the other one, they were in the other one yesterday. I think there's south and then moving west.
My timeline is a little off when it comes to Mushroom Head, so I'll ask you this. Or no, I do know the answer to this. Never mind.
Well, ask anyway, because now I want to.
No. No, because it sounds foolish. Because now I remember he possessed that platinum record or gold record or whatever from the soundtrack. So it's going to be like, was he still in the band when they did that? Of course he was, or he wouldn't have the record.
Yeah, Hatrix was, and so was Jason.
Yeah, I knew Hatrix.
They had two different ones.
Yeah,
and Waylon was on one of them, and Jason was on one of them. Yeah. But Jeff was on both.
Yeah, of course.
And Rob says that's why you got to get the fast lane. Yeah, but when it's that busy, there's a fast lane. It's just being butts to nuts with everybody, man. I don't know. Don't want to do that.
Even with the fast lane, which is great for standing in line, but you're still going to be in line to take a piss or get food, or fast lane ain't going to help you with that. So,
and we'll be looking out for that live stream. Since we won't be there, we'll check you out in your live stream. You can do a live stream from the place that day.
Okay.
Right on.
Yeah, that place on open, as much as I love that place, being there on actual opening day gives me nightmares just trying to think about it. So I live close enough to where, I'm going to keep those visits limited to basically weekdays.
Yeah, I don't like the weekends either. So did you have anything you wanted to talk about that we didn't talk about?
Yeah, it's kind of really quick, kind of related to that. I might be next week or the week after taking a real quick day trip down to Charlotte.
Oh, wow.
Just to go to Carowinds for a day on a Thursday, because they're only open Thursday through Sunday right now. Because I really want to ride that Fury 325. And it costs me nothing to get in, because when you have your all parks pass like I do, it's good for any Cedar Fair or Six Flags property, and Cedar Fair owns Carowinds. So
yeah, cool.
So I just have to show up. Cost me nothing.
Sounds good, yeah. So you talking about next Thursday or the Thursday after? We can't be the Thursday after because you're doing the con the Thursday after, right?
That's three.
3 Thursdays.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's either the next one or the one after. This is 3 from now. Yeah, I'm busy.
Right on. Okay. And if you can't be on because you're going down there, I will get Tiki to co-host with me or somebody.
No, the park closes at like 8, so I'd be done.
Oh, you just broadcast from there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're mobile.
I'd stay at a friend's house and I'd do it from her house. Doesn't matter.
There you go. Sounds like a blast.
Yeah.
All right, so...
And she lives like 7 minutes from the fucking joint, which is wonderful.
Charles Sherrod at 8 o'clock, he is doing Wes Craven's New Nightmare on his channel. Last week, he did Curse of Michael Myers, a producer's cut. And at the end of the show, he had the writer of the movie come on with him. So if you guys didn't get a chance to check that out, I think it's available on his Facebook page. It's definitely available on the Rumble app. So check that out. And yeah.
So what are we doing next week?
That's what I was just about to say.
Hellraiser 5?
That's always a possibility. Hellraiser 5. Maybe we'll talk about this movie we're going to go see tonight.
Oh, that's true.
We will recap Cinema Wasteland. We will talk about what happened at Cinema Wasteland. We will talk about the movie that we're going to go see tonight, which I forgot the name of already. What's it called?
Hell of a Summer.
Hell of a Summer. We're going to talk about Hell of a Summer. We're going to talk about Cinema Wasteland. We're going to talk about what's coming up with Erie Culture Fest again, because we're going to hammer that until you guys buy tickets. Tuesday, is that this Tuesday, the Drop movie?
Yeah.
So we'll talk about Drop. So kind of do the same show we did this week with different subjects.
Yeah.
different movies, different conventions, and we'll go from there. And the week after will probably be Hellraiser 5. And the week after that, we will have a taped show with our interview with Leslie Hoffman. And because that'll be the weekend that we are doing Erie Culture Fest.
Yes.
And I will be on the live, and Ryan will probably be on the live answering questions, doing comments and stuff of that nature.
And don't be surprised too. Next week, don't be surprised if Monday, Wednesday, any random day, we might just pop on too.
We might just pop on and do a review of that movie a little earlier. We might.
I think those are fun, man. We were doing those a lot, like back over early winter, and then we kind of slowed down on it, but those are great.
Yeah. And since Tiki will be going to see that movie with us on Tuesday, maybe we'll just go right to the car and just go live from your phone.
I'd be cool with it.
We'll see with that. We'll see. And well, Tiki's got those wireless mics too, so we might be able to work something out.
Well, he's professional. We're just top-seeded amateurs.
Yeah, we're top-seeded amateurs. But on that note, I want to thank everyone for coming by. It was great having everybody in the comments and participating. We like participation. I was hoping somebody would have jumped in the live with us video-wise, but nobody did. You guys all suck. And so we'll get some content for you guys at Cinema Wasteland. We're going to check out these movies. And until next week.
Until next week. There goes the neighborhood.